Hey everybody, I'm Jay, and today we're going to be taking a look at one of my favorite games of all time, Scythe. Scythe is one of my favorite games because it's very thematic, combines some very strategic elements, and is overall just a great game experience. In Scythe, each player has a different faction, and those factions are going to have certain special abilities. Scythe is set in an alternative 1920s world created by artist Jacob Brzezowski. If you've not seen any of his artwork, he's got some fantastic stuff online that I highly recommend you checking out. In Scythe, each player is going to represent a different faction who's vying for control of Europa, which is a fictitious city set in Europe following the Great War. Each faction is going to have special abilities, and I won't get into all the rules, but basically on your turn you're going to choose from a number of actions on your player board. Those actions could be things like moving, gaining resources, producing resources where you are, or building different structures or mechs. And one of the cool things about the game is that in the beginning, everyone starts out divided from all the other factions. But as the game progresses, you slowly work up to where you can start to cross rivers, develop your technology, and ultimately gain more control of the board. On each player's turn, they're going to be choosing either a top, bottom action, or both. And players who play really efficiency usually can maximize those turns to do two things on each turn. The way you win the game is by having the most money at the end of the game, but the game ends only when one player has placed their 6th star. And you are able to place a star whenever you accomplish a certain objective. So, for example, if you win a battle against another player, you get to place a star. If you've built all your structures, you get to place a star. If you accomplish your personal objectives, you can place a star. So there's many different ways to place those stars, and you certainly can't accomplish everything, but as soon as one player places their final star, then the game ends immediately. At the end of the game, each player is going to get a certain amount of money based on different things that they've accomplished throughout the game, and also based on how high their popularity is on a specific track. So the higher your popularity is on the track, the more money you're going to get based on the things that you accomplished. Primarily, you're going to try to take over the most areas. You'll get cash for that. You'll get cash for how many resources you have left at the end of the game, how many stars you were able to place, and how strategically you built each of your structures. Whoever has the most cash at the end wins the game. One of the things I love most about Scythe is the fantastic artwork that you find throughout the game, on the board itself, on the player boards, and all the objective cards. It really transports you into that world of Eastern Europa and alternative 1920s that the artist set out to describe in his initial drawings. For me, this is a top 5 game, one of my favorites of all time. And if you're looking for a very strategic and thematic experience, I highly recommend Scythe.